The Star Elders and I have been writing for years and years about what I am sharing below from a dear friend, Michael Lightweaver, whom I've never met in this life. We have been watching Earth's evolution for a long time. I've been a watcher my whole life. I know there are many of you out there who are the same. Through the higher realms in the cosmos and among the different groups of ascended masters, we hoped Earth could come together as one and move into the new frequencies. But it sure feels like a divide is in process now. I do believe this separation is where the extreme and devastating grief is coming from that I have heard from so many people in the last few days. And because we don't understand this, we've projected it onto the election in the United States. I'm hearing about this deep grief is now worldwide. Grief is a necessary part of the letting go process. The United States is not the center of the universe as so many think. This coming event isn't a failure on humanity's part, it's just a course correction based on humanity's free will. After all, this is the great experiment we have been testing out on this planet since its inception. But we're moving into a place in the cosmos where we can no longer go further and stay divided. It's not sustainable. One edit I would make in Michael's post is I don't think anyone is going into darkness when the world separates into two different realities. They're enjoying the realities they are choosing, and they're not done learning from those frequencies. So, there is no right or wrong with the reality we are entering. No judgments here. For myself, I want to move into a place with love, kindness, peace, community, empathy, unity, harmony, integrity, truth, and, most of all, love. I was born a sensitive soul, as many who read are as well. I just know I can't explore the other reality much longer and survive. I'm simply not wired for it. It's understandable that the overwhelming noise of fearful perspectives, confusing opinions, and endless speculations can be distracting and even distressing. It's important to recognize these distractions and not let them derail us from our sacred path. This is a time to listen to our hearts and follow our personal guidance with unwavering commitment, trusting in our inner wisdom. After all, the Star Elders have been saying for years that there's no real truth out there anymore. The truth is always within. Anyway, enough from me. This is from a dear friend, Michael Lightweaver. You have arrived at the beginning point of a new era. You do not have any inkling of the depth or profundity of what is about to take place. The only thing we can tell you at this point is to live in a continual and complete state of surrender. There are things which will occur which you will not understand, but be assured that it is all in divine order. Morning has arrived, the morning of a new day, the morning of a new earth. This is the time of the fulfillment. It is that time which was spoken of as the separation of the sheep and the goats. A new earth is emerging, one based on love, compassion, justice, freedom, and equality. There are those who will remain on the old earth dominated by fear, hatred, injustice, anger, and war, facing the setting sun in the west and the ensuing darkness which is a reflection of their consciousness. And there will be those who will face the rising sun in the east of a new day and a new earth based on service to others. There will be accelerating and dramatic events in the near future, but for the most part this will be a gradual process. For a time it will be chaotic, and initially during this transition you will be able to bounce between the two realities. But the time is coming when that will no longer be possible. When the separation is complete, the two earths will no longer even be aware of each other. Each will live out their lives and create their worlds as a reflection of their level of consciousness. As for now, live a simple, quiet, discerning life. Allow the rising sun to fill your mind and heart, purify your spirit and nourish your soul. Be ready to embrace all who turn from the west to the east as they feel the warmth of the rising sun at their backs. But know that those who remain in fear, hatred, anger, and service to self are there by soul choice, a reflection of their consciousness. This is their soul curriculum for the time being. Michael Lightweaver these days remind me of a time of no time, a place between what was and what will be. It can be a bridge, a turning point, and an incredibly complex time that can bring up ripples of ancient history to the surface that want to be healed. This is a time and place where we can flip the narrative to support the magic and soul of the collective world. With this in mind, I added this beautiful post below that a dear sister sent me recently. It hits right on point. The Mayan people call this the time of no time. From here on, we're on Earth time. Mother Earth is shaking to her core. It's a time of madness, disconnection, and hyper-individualism. It's also a time when new energies are coming into the world, and people are growing new skin. The Mayan vision says that we in the West will find safe harbor only if we can journey past a wall of mirrors. The mirrors will surely drive us mad unless we have a strong heart. Some mirrors delude us with an infinity of reflections of our vanity and shadows. Others paralyze us with our terror and rage, feeding an empire that manufactures our fear into resignation. But the empire has no roots and it's toppling all around us. In this time everyone is called to take a stand. Everyone is called to be a leader. To get beyond the wall of mirrors, the final challenge is to pass through a tiny door. To do this, we must make ourselves very, very small. To be very humble. Then we must burrow down into the earth, where indigenous consciousness lives. On the other side is a clear pond. There, for the first time, we'll be able to see our true reflection. Robbie Warren.